Hi, this is Prakash from 60 Seconds. So, today we'll look at a tricky but a challenging and interesting question from CAT 2002. So, please go through the question on the screen. Try to understand the question and try to answer the question on your own. And once you've tried enough, please look ahead for the solution. It's a request, if you want to get full value from the question or from the solution, please try the question on your own and then only look ahead for the solution. Okay, assuming that you have tried the question, so let's see how we can solve this question. So, we know that Ram and Shyam stayed for a certain number of days, and that is what we need to find out. So say those number of days is X. Now, this is what we have to find out. Now, before we get into finding the solution, let me build a background. Okay, we know that a particular day has, every day has a morning and an evening. Every day has a morning and the evening, right? Now, these mornings and evenings, I am calling it as an instance. Together, mornings and evenings, I am giving a new name, which is called an instance. So, an instance can be referring to a morning or an evening. Okay, it can be referring to a morning or an evening. Now, why am I creating another variable called instance? You will understand in a minute. Okay. So, we know that Ram and Shyam stayed together for around X days. Okay, in which Ram and Shyam did yoga or play tennis for 22 days. And they did not do anything 24 mornings and they did not do anything 14 evenings. So, if they stayed together for X days, the number of instances, each day will have a morning and an evening. So, the number of instances in X days would have been 2x. One for morning, one for evening. So, X days will have 2x instances to offer. Or it will have a total of, X days will have a total of 2x mornings and evenings together. And we know that they engaged themselves or they did yoga or played tennis for 22 days. So now these 22 days would have had 44 instances of mornings and evenings together. Of mornings and evenings together. Right? Now, it is clear from the question that they will not play or do yoga on the same day. On any given day, they will either do only yoga or they will only play tennis. They may choose not to do anything on a particular day, but they cannot do both on the same day. So, out of these 22 days or these 44 instances, they must have engaged themselves only on 22 instances. Out of these 44 instances, they would have engaged themselves only on 22 instances. And I know that if they were together for X days, total number of instances in X days will be 2x instances, of which they engaged themselves on 22 instances. In a particular instance, either they will do something or they will not do anything. Okay, these are the only two possibilities. So, out of 2x instances, on 22 instances, they kept themselves busy. And on how many instances did they not do anything or they did not keep themselves busy? 24 mornings and 14 evenings. So 24 plus 14 is the number of instances when they did not do anything. This is did not do anything. And these 22 instances are the ones when they did something. Right? So these are the instances on which they did something, these are the instances when they did not do anything. The sum of these should give me the total number of instances. So it's very simple that 2x comes out to be nothing but 22 plus 24 is 46, 46 plus 14 is 60. So we get 60 or x equals 30. So Ram and Shyam must have stayed together on 30 days. Now, if you look at this question, we have converted this word problem into a linear equation in one variable. Linear because power of x is 1. Power of x is 1. And in one variable because there is only one variable x, there is no y. So if you see, this problem is a simple one, but when converted into a word problem, this can become quite challenging. So this is one approach. Another approach can be that you assume the value to be something. So let me try to solve it in an alternate way. Let me say that, I assume the number of holidays are 24 days, or they stayed together for 24 days. So if I say that 24 mornings they didn't do anything. So out of this 24 days will have 24 mornings and 24 evenings. 24 mornings and 24 evenings. So they didn't do anything 24 mornings as per the question. So they could not have gone to play yoga or tennis on any of these 24 mornings. So they must have gone for doing yoga or playing tennis only in the evenings. And I know that 14 evenings they didn't do anything. So out of this 24, 14 evenings they didn't do anything. So there are only 10 evenings on which they would have done something. But I know that they should have done something on 22 days or 22 instances. So this 10 will not be able to accommodate this 22 instances of yoga or table tennis or tennis. So I will have to add days so that I can accommodate these 22 instances. So for that I need to add how many? 12 days or 12 instances rather. I need to add 12 instances to this 10, and I know 12 instances will come from 6 days. So I should add 6 days to my initial assumption, which is 24 plus 6, which becomes 30. So I can get the answer this way also. Just by assuming a number, I can get the answer. Just by assuming a number and then applying my logic from there, I can get the answer. Another way is, since the options are given, I can try to use the options. Let me try with the first option. First option says 32. So if the total number of holidays were, or if the number of days for which Shyam and Ram stay together is 32, then there are 32 mornings and 32 evenings. So out of these 32 mornings, they didn't do anything on 24 mornings. So remaining 8 mornings they must have done something, and out of 32 evenings they didn't do anything on 14 evenings. So remaining 18 evenings they must have done something. So this total becomes 26. But I want them to be doing something on only 22 days. So either I can remove 4 instances or 2 days and get my answer as 30. Or another way is just keep on trying options, which will not take a lot of time. Trying one option will take what? 20 seconds? So I can try all the options. 24 we already tried. We can try 30. If I try 30 days, I will get 30 mornings and 30 evenings. Now out of these 30 mornings, they didn't do anything 24 mornings, so they must have done something 6 mornings. Out of 30 evenings, they didn't do anything 14 evenings, so they must have done something on 16 evenings. 6 and 16 gives me 22 mornings and evenings when they would have done something, or 22 days when they did yoga or they played tennis. So this fits in with my given premise. So 30 must have been the initial number of, or must have been the number of days when Shyam and Ram stayed together. If you have any questions, please post them below and I will try to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you.